Whether it's from a long day in front of the computer or stress slowly creeping in, we all need some neck and shoulder relief from time to time. This practice is fully seated and accessible to most who are able to sit upright in a chair. You will need the following equipment: a chair and a yoga strap, towel, or belt. You may also want a book or yoga block to support the final resting pose in this sequence. As we start this practice, always remember that what I'm showing you is just an offering. The most important skill you can learn through your own yoga practice is the skill of knowing your own body and how to take what I am offering and make it work for you right now. Sit back in your chair in easy pose. Place your feet on blocks if your feet don't touch the floor. Gently close your eyes if it's safe and comfortable for you to do so, or stare off into the distance. We are going to do a quick body check before we begin today's practice. Take a moment to notice where in your back, neck, or shoulders you're holding tension. Often, shoulder and neck tension constrict our breathing. How is your breathing right now? Are you able to get in a full inhale, a full exhale? There will be a few moments of silence here to allow you to gently notice and sink into your body. You will hear the chime when it's time to shift to the next section of today's practice. To start today's practice, move the blocks from under your feet if you were using them for support. Move to the front of your chair. We're going to ease into this practice with a series of seated cat-cow. Inhale, arch your back, lifting your chest and head, using hands on thighs for support if you need it. Exhale, curve back, making a C shape with your spine. Take time to explore making the movement small, making the movement big. Check in and flow with what your body is telling you it needs today. Moving on to seated side bends. On an inhale, grasp opposite hand to wrist. Exhale, bend to one side. You can hold and breathe into the stretch or flow, inhaling back up, switching the hold, and exhaling, bending to the other side. The muscles in our body are all connected by tissue called fascia. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of working on our neck and shoulders, we want to try and release larger muscle groups nearby. Next, we're moving into our shoulders with a shoulder mobilization series. Extend your arms, palms facing each other. Inhale, lifting them overhead. Exhale, big circles, rotating the arms back and down towards your side. Take these movements slow and steady, like you're moving through molasses. As your palms come down, imagine pushing down towards the floor. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhaling, pushing palms towards the floor. On this next exhale, rotate your shoulders so that your palms are facing up and the back of your hand is pushing down towards the floor. Notice how this engages the muscles between your shoulder blades as you squeeze them together. As you inhale, keep those palms toward the ceiling, getting a stretch through your upper back. Tuck your chin slightly, almost as if you are pushing the base of your skull towards the wall. In this next sequence, thumbs are facing towards each other. At the start of the move, palms will be facing the back wall. As you lift them overhead on an inhale, palms will face away from you. Exhale, pressing the back of your hands towards the floor. Again, inhale, lifting. Exhale, pressing the back of your hands towards the floor. Now we will begin to shift into more focused work, starting with our biceps. The long head of the biceps muscle crosses over the shoulder and can often be forgotten when we are focusing on releasing the neck and shoulder muscles. Depending on your chair and the length of your arms, you may need to sit diagonally on the edge of your chair to have enough room to interlace your hands behind your back and gently lift them away from the base of your spine. Do your best not to arch your back during this movement. Inhale, find space in the stretch. Exhale, sink a little deeper. If you'd like, start to lift your chin and feel a stretch across the front of your neck and chest. Next, extend your right arm to hold onto the side of your chair. Inhale, raise the left arm. Exhale, place your left hand on your right ear, getting a stretch through the right side of your neck. We're getting into those scalene and levator muscles here, working from the large muscles of the back to the shoulder to the neck. You know you've stretched too far if you can't find any expansion in the inhale. As you hold a stretch, think about finding a little bit of expansion. Coming out of the stretch, a micro movement as you inhale, and settling in a micro movement as you exhale. Always make room for the breath. Inhale, come out of the stretch, neck back to neutral. Turn your head and lift your chin slightly. Left hand can rest on your ear or your temple. Experiment with turning the head. The more you turn your head towards the bent arm, the more you'll feel a stretch towards the front of your neck. Find what works for you. Inhale, come out of the stretch. Turn your head towards the left and look down towards your armpit. Exhale, use your left hand to help the stretch. Place your hand on your ear or the back of the head. It's okay to explore where you find the best stretch. Inhale, come out of the stretch. We'll repeat on the other side. Left arm holds onto the side of the chair. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhaling, placing your right hand on your left ear. And exhale, feeling a stretch at the side of your neck. On your next inhale, come out of the stretch. Neck back to neutral. Turn your head and lift your chin slightly. Find the place in the stretch that works best for you in this moment. On your next inhale, gently come out of the stretch. If you need to do a little movement with both arms in between, that's fine. Just remember which side you're on. Turn your head towards the right and look down towards your armpit. Exhale, use your right hand to help the stretch. You can place your hand on your ear or the back of the head. Again, it's okay to explore where you find the best stretch. Take a moment now to inhale, and we're going to ease back out towards some larger muscle groups. Eagle arms helps us to stretch the back muscles between the shoulder blades. Place right elbow over left elbow, clasping forearm or palm with your left fingers. Inhale, you can gently raise your arms upwards. Exhale, settle into the stretch. Do your best to keep a nice straight back, focusing on those shoulders. Switching sides, left elbow over right elbow, clasping forearm or palm with your right fingers. Make sure you aren't constricting the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. For the next series, grab a yoga strap, towel, or belt. Right hand will hold the strap behind your low back, feeling a stretch at the front of your right shoulder. Bend your left elbow towards the ceiling and reach your left hand down the back to grab the strap, feeling a stretch along your triceps through to your armpit. Try to keep that straight back as you inhale, expand into the stretch. Exhale, settle in. Switching sides. Left hand holds the strap behind your low back, feeling a stretch at the front of your left shoulder. Right elbow toward ceiling and reaching right hand down the back to grab the strap, feeling a stretch along the triceps into your armpit on the right side. Focus on that steady breathing. Focus on inhaling, finding expansion. Exhaling, settling in. On your next exhale, ease out of this posture and into the final sequence of the series. Grab your yoga strap in front of you, hands wider than shoulder width. Inhale, start to raise the strap overhead. Exhale, arms extend around the back, allowing for a shoulder and chest stretch. You can see I have to widen my hands significantly to move into this range. Do what works for you. Inhale, back overhead. Exhale, bring the strap behind you. Inhaling up. Exhaling, lowering. At this time, take any final movements you need here. Maybe you slowly nod your head yes, shake your head no. Roll your shoulders. Notice any differences you're feeling in your neck and shoulders. Consider giving yourself a gentle massage. Work from the base of your ear all the way to your clavicle and along your shoulder. These are small muscles. Be gentle. We're practicing loving kindness towards our bodies in this moment. And then switch to the other side. Working your fingers from the base of your ear down to your clavicle and along your shoulder. For our final relaxation, you may take an easy seat like we did in the beginning, stick with corpse pose, or come into modified fish pose with me. Do what works best for you. I typically don't recommend books as yoga props, but in this case, you can use a book or yoga block placed long ways with the top edge at the base of your shoulder blades. You may need to do some adjusting to get into this position. You should feel a nice stretch along your chest and front of your shoulders. Start with your knees bent, arms by your side for a gentler stretch. Extending the legs further out will increase the intensity of the stretch. If you're not quite feeling a stretch through the front of your body, you can also move your arms into cactus or goalpost arms to help increase the stretch. Just remember to never push into pain or discomfort. Take another moment to check in with your body. Send loving kindness to your neck and shoulders. Notice your breathing without trying to change it. If you'd like, you can imagine breathing in a bright, healing light. As you exhale, send that healing light towards any remaining areas of tightness or discomfort. We will stay in this pose for several minutes, allowing our bodies to sink into the stretch. Allow your thoughts to float by on a cloud, never sticking around long enough to engage with judgment or fear. If you find yourself wandering too far, no judgment, just noticing. Perhaps say to yourself, I've wandered away from my body. Then wander back towards your body. You can do this by coming back to imagining the healing light, breathing in healing, exhaling that healing energy to where you need it most today, or by just focusing on your breathing. Gently roll to one side, allowing yourself to slowly and gently ease back into your current space. Thank you for taking the time to release your neck and shoulders with me today. I hope you have found some relief in this practice, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. May you find space and lightness with each inhale. May you find self-love and connection with each exhale.